great food out there, so I appreciate it even more that you came back in here. So welcome to Europe. This doesn't work. Oh, it works with you. We had that before, right? Okay, I will have to look there every now and then. Welcome to Europe. I'm proud to be member of a team which was recently chosen by the GOED to be the representative in Europe to promote and to help Utah companies to come to Europe and to start there to market. Europe, let's look at that for a moment. The European Union has 28 countries, 4 million square meters, approximately 503 million inhabitants, and 18 of these countries are using the euro as a currency. You may say, 28 countries, we have 50 states, 4 million square meters, not so big. 503 million people, we have much more, and we are managing our home market quite well. So what do you want? Well, we are a little different. There's 24 official languages in the European Union. Some of you speak a little German? Yeah? Well, you would understand a fifth of the people living in the European Union, at least if you can come up with the Bavarian and the Austrians, and even I have a problem with that. So, what are we looking at? What is the unity? What is the unity of the European Union if it's not what we were talking about, like the language, the currency? Well, since January 1994, we have the free market, the free movement of goods, people, service, and capital. This is very, very important and was a big step because we were, so this is we have to set some rules there. We are still on our way. It's still not everywhere says the same in the European Union. We still have a north-south decline. And we have to set up some rules in the European Union to get rid of this decline and to make the life standard of all Europeans the same. That's the goal of the European Union. So these rules are set by the European Commission. So it's bureaucracy, and like you know, sometimes bureaucracy goes much further than you like to. I give you an example. The Pythagoras theorem had 24 words. The 10 Commandments had 179 words. The US Declaration of Independence, 1,300 words, and the EU regulation of cabbage sale had 26,911 words. And people get a little sick of that, so you may have recognized that during the last European Union election, some of the anti-EU parties were rising, and one can't deny we have also some separatistic movements like just now in Scotland, or the South Tyrol in Italy, or Basque in Spain. So people get a little sick of the bureaucracy behind the European Union, and they succeed. And now there's a tongue breaker for me, tongue twister. The amount of curvature of a European cucumber was deregulated. It had about the same amount of words. So why is that so important for us? Why do we need this free market? And why do we have to stabilize? This is mainly because most of our companies are small and medium enterprises. We are not dealing with so many global big corporates. 99.9% of our companies are small and medium enterprises. They're really good in their field, but they're small and medium enterprises. So they need this stability. We try to get into the European market, or we have. So that's what we are looking at. So let's look at some things we will have to expect in Europe. Some mega trends. Female shift. 59% of all people who get an undergraduate degree are female. They have much better grades than their male counterparts. And futurist Matthias Hork said, we are not talking, with the female shift, we are not talking about getting some female as an underrepresented group into an existing economy and into an existing system. We will have to look in a total other way on future economies. Next megatrend, silver society, silver ages we call them. In 2020, the average age of a male will be 84 years. The average age of a female in Europe will be 87 years. Going to retirement between 60 and 67 years, depending on the country in the moment, you see they have a lot of lifespan in front of them if they retire. So a big group which is very wealthy and which is a very good target group as well. So if you have a product in this area, you're done and you can really get going in Europe. Megatrend connectivity, I mean, half of you are checking your smartphone, so you know about that. 24/7 is a must. That's the same in Europe. There's lots and lots of potential in that one. And it will change the way we work, it will change the way we educate, and it already does. If you look at schools, teachers really had to change their methods because people born in this millennium, they just can't have the same time span on concentration anymore than us older guys. Next megatrend, neo-ecology. Organic is more or less standard within Europe. You will find organic food in every supermarket. Not exclusively, but you will find it. Now we go one step further. Now we go to the part where we have the clean consciousness connected to the product. This will be very important and it will change the way the production is done. It will give a lot of opportunity for high-tech products, especially in the field of energy, renewable energy, which is a big deal, especially in Germany. The megatrend individualization. Individualization is not only what we can see here with the Starbucks, which is perfectly done here in America. I love it. It's so easy to get soy milk here. But it's going further. We talk about the megatrend Industry 4.0. We will have a total different way of production. It's more or less the product which is telling the machine what it wants to be. So we are looking at that. And this is megatrends which give a lot of opportunity in the European market. So what do Europeans expect, or where are we different? Let your marketing people know that there are 24, 28 countries, and you have to look at each one of them. Cultural, they're not all the same. You have to have a strategy which is country by country checked. Hyperbole. We can't go that good with great and wonderful and amazing. It makes us suspicious if it comes too often. I think it's hard to imagine living here. Being too American-centric. Fortune 500 may not be as good known in Europe as you may think. So try to find an anchor for your success, which Europeans can relate to. Violation of online privacy, well, whole big story there. We have a law that you can't put cookies on a machine of someone, except he has agreed to that. Spelling, color, and humor, actually I don't care, but if you go to the UK, better spell it in a British way. So what do you as an American would miss in Germany or in Europe, and what would you think, what we think is different, small things which are different, just to show you, to give you a taste about the cultural differences. Convenience stores, you won't find a convenience store where you can get ibuprofen and Coca-Cola at the same time. We don't like ice in our tap water. Dining culture is actually a word in the European Union. So we see food, having food as a social act, bringing together the family and the friends. It may take 4 hours, so if you start at 9 o'clock, it may take you 4 hours, but we don't start in the middle of the night going to the fast food restaurant. Only it has to be. Free Wi-Fi, very, very different policy throughout the European Union. You will find it everywhere, even in the smallest bar in Portugal, and you won't find it anywhere in Italy. Peanut butter. You know the word arthropophobia? This is the fear of peanut butter sticking to your gum. You can imagine if we have to define a word like that and to define a condition like that, peanut butter wasn't so successful in the European Union. And football. Oh, we're missing out on football. There's so much cheerleading, great games, everything, but actually, we don't take care too much. So, despite all these differences, we think there's a great opportunity for your companies in Europe, and we have still one of the, USA is for us, and I think Europe for you, one of the biggest trade partner. And I think for companies which are not there yet, there's a big opportunity. Thank you.